Hi all, welcome to PowerShell for Penetration Testers at Pentester Academy. In this video, let's wrap up our discussion on using .NET types in PowerShell. Today, we will see how to make Windows API calls in PowerShell with the help of add type commandlet. To make Windows API calls, we will stick to the following steps without going into the low level details yet again. We need to get the signature or the usage of the API we need to invoke. pinvoke.net is a fabulous resource for that. Once we have the signature, we need to enclose it inside a here string and make the methods public so that our code can use it. And then we can use the modified signature in the add type commandlet. The ability to use Windows API takes PowerShell to a very high level of implementation or usage in a penetration test. We will see that so many attack scripts written in PowerShell will use this method. And for example, in this video, we will use this excellent blog post. So let's get started. We can search for symbolic link on pinvoke.net. Here we got the signature with the details of flags, etc. Let's copy the signature. Let's call the here string API code. We need not use this return type, so let's remove it. So here is the first step. We copied the signature from pinvoke.net, enclosed it inside a here string. Now let's make the function or the functions public so that our code can use it. Now we can use the add type commandlet with the member definition parameter. Use the API code. We need to provide a name. Let's call it symlink, and a namespace too, because the code will be compiled on the fly. Let's call it create symlink. Let's use the pass through parameter, which passes on the object of to this symlink variable. Now we can use the symlink variable to call the create symbolic link method. Let's create a symlink to the C users directory. Let's create it here. Let's call it link, and because the link target is a directory, we will pass 1 to it. Let's save it by the name of, let's call it new symlink. Now if we run this script, okay, we got an error. Okay, because we're passing an integer here, but the method expects a symbolic link flag. So let's change it to an integer, and then also here the source and target have been interchanged by mistake. So this is the path to the symlink, and for this directory it would be created. So now let's execute it. It returned true. That means we should have a link or symlink called link there. Let's try to execute. Yes, it would need administrative privileges or an elevated shell. So let's now you can see that we have a symlink called link here, and if we open it, it is a symlink to the C users directory. So this is a very basic example to understand the member definition parameter of add type. Make sure to read this blog post as well as whatever you can find about this. You will see that we will use this in various tools and scripts which we will discuss later on. For example, here is a keylogger from Nishang, a toolkit written by me. Here you can see that we are using this signature to use the get async key state method to log keys. Leave other things for now. Note that we are using it this way. Also, another script which is part of Nishang and written by Nicholas uses a really long signature, and then it is added to our PowerShell script. Other than this, tools like PowerSploit and other tools for PowerShell offensive security usage implement the member definition parameter widely. So that is all for this video. As an exercise, try to run or try to create this script without having a look at the source code, and do it just by following these steps. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you are enjoying your time at Pentester Academy, please recommend us to your friends and colleagues in information security community.